So we're going to talk a little bit this morning about what writers do in an introduction for an argument. So at this point, you should have a claim. You should have done some research formulating that claim. And now we're ready to introduce this claim by writing an introduction. So to be clear, what I'm hoping this video will help you to do is write an argument that's either based off of a prompt that was provided to you, or you have had your free reign of topics to produce your own argument. If you are writing from a prompt, you should have done steps 1 through 5 and at least have a formulated idea of your body paragraphs in step 6 to go back and write your introduction. The review of introductions is this format where you have 3 parts. You have a hook, which is arguably the broadest part. It narrows to a bridge, and then that narrows all the way down to your very specific 1-sentence claim. So we're going to spend most of our time in this video talking about the kinds of hooks. Just know that the bridge is a more narrow sentence that's going to move from your hook to your claim. So let's talk about hooks. There are several different kinds that you can use. It's really up to you and your style of argument which one is going to be the strongest to really grab your audience's attention, because that's the point. We want the audience to be drawn into your topic. A really good one for argument is an anecdote or a story. So you could provide a short, relevant story about a real incident or a person that is connected to your topic. Especially in an argument, that person could be you. You may want to choose something or someone that is famous, but it definitely needs to connect to the topic you're talking about. So anecdotes, stories, they can make an argument stronger because they provide that personal element, which can definitely create some pathos for you and your topic. Another solid one is a surprising fact. So you could find a statistic from your research or data swim from a real source, a valid source. Again, we want this to be the thing that's interesting enough that's really going to grab your audience's attention. You might make them gasp or say, "What?" That means that's an effective hook for that fact, but it has to connect to your topic. Another one that students like to use is to ask a question. Because you're writing an argument, you should have a very specific audience in mind. So you could ask your audience a question. You want to definitely avoid just repeating the question that was asked to you in a prompt. But you could ask a "have you ever?" That again can draw your audience's attention to your topic. One that's similar to the surprising fact is just quoting something from a text or the text that was provided to you. It's pretty safe. You can apply this to just about any kind of prompt, whether argument or information writing. The key here, friends, is you really want to be selective. We're not just going to pick any quote or just a random quote or the first sentence of whatever piece you read. You really want that quote, that thing you're using, to be a hook. So it needs to draw your attention. It needs to make your audience feel like they want to know more. Another common one, a super boring one, is to just provide some background information about your topic. This is a good one to use if you're pressed for time in a timed setting, or if you're just stumped and you really don't know what to write. It's hard for this one to really be a hook because it tends to just be informational in nature. The only time this one is a good idea is if the topic you're talking about is obscure or not very well known to the audience that you are addressing. Then it's perfectly acceptable to just provide some background information about your topic. But just be very careful. It's really not going to be a hook. It's not going to be interesting to your audience. A lot of times students question the length of an introduction. I just wanted to review this slide with you, that if you do the very minimum of a one-sentence hook, a one-sentence bridge, and a one-sentence claim, that's 3 sentences. Your hook can be anywhere between 1 and 3 sentences. Your bridge can be anywhere between 1 and 3 sentences. Your claim should almost always just be 1 sentence at this stage in your education. So that puts you very well within that 3 to 7 sentence range. So now I invite you to go into our Schoology page and complete your 2 introductions. So we are asking you to write 2 different hooks. So you are going to label the hook here in these top 2 boxes, 2 different types of hooks, and then complete the rest of your introductory paragraph.